Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to film a video all about how to stop spending so much and how to start saving some money. I personally have found that since starting my minimalism journey I have been able to save so much money. I'm talking like thousands. I've been able to save thousands of pounds by cutting down on my spending habits and really focusing on saving some money. So I really hope these tips can help you as well. Whether you're looking to save up for something big like a house or a car or something, or whether you just want to feel a little bit more financially stable, I think it's a really good idea to always have some what I would like to call like emergency funds saved away. My biggest tip would be to, as soon as you get paid at the end of the month, put away a considerable chunk of that into the savings. I just have like an online ISA where I can see my classic account and my online savings account both on my online banking app, and I will just transfer a considerable portion of my monthly salary into my savings account. And what that does is it basically forces you to live on less, because more often than not you're not really going to be checking like your savings account. Once it's in there, it's in there. Obviously don't go too crazy, make sure you've budgeted and you know how much roughly you absolutely need to spend in the month. So for example, I absolutely have to spend £800 a month, and that covers my bills, my food shop and my car payment. So I know for a fact that that is coming out of my bank account every month. So I will obviously leave that money in there, but then I will put the rest of it into my savings account. And absolute worst comes to worst, you can still transfer some money back into your classic account if you really need to, but more often than not you'll find that you don't need to, especially in the sort of current climate we're in at the moment, where we're not really going out, we don't have loads of social situations that we're having to pay for. So yeah, I highly recommend starting off by putting a huge chunk away into savings, and what that will do is you'll literally quickly learn how little you actually need, how little money you actually need to get by in the month, and you'll realise how much you probably would have wasted if you hadn't put it in there straight away. If it had just been sitting in your account, you probably think, oh okay, I'm doing well this month, I can treat myself to this, whereas if it's not there, it's not there. My next tip would be to change up who you're following online. And if you're constantly following people who are doing hauls or things that can kind of trigger you off to want to buy loads of things, then I would potentially consider unfollowing those people temporarily until you get your spending on track. You can always follow them again, or if you don't want to unfollow, then just make sure you avoid those particular videos, because they can be really triggering to people if you have that kind of impulsive, oh I need that kind of attitude. So over the last 6 months I would say I've definitely changed up the kind of content that I'm consuming. I watch a lot more sort of intentional living and slow life kind of minimalism videos now, and I've cut back on watching kind of not bigger YouTubers, but people who have clearly a lot of money, and I just can't really relate to them. Sometimes it can make me kind of feel bad about myself and make me want to kind of compensate by buying some new stuff, and I just don't need that right now. My next tip would be to find out the actual reason as to why you are overspending. Not everyone has a shopping addiction, but a lot of people probably spend more than they actually think they do. And for example, a couple of years ago I had put on a little bit of weight, and I really noticed that my spending was getting not out of control, but definitely more than I felt comfortable with. And I was almost definitely kind of overcompensating because I wasn't happy with myself, and I kind of thought that all these new clothes and stuff would make me feel better about how I looked, when in reality I actually needed to address what had caused the weight gain and my sort of emotional connection to food. You can buy all of the clothes in the world, but if you don't like what you're seeing in the mirror, then nothing is going to look good on you. And I feel like a lot of the time we want to get new stuff to try and make ourselves feel happier, when in reality you don't need to spend money, you need to spend time on yourself. Another tip I have is to write down a list, a Christmas list and a birthday list, and anything that you really want to buy, add it to those lists. You can always ask for stuff that you really want for those occasions, and then you don't actually have to buy anything yourself. And in reality, if you still really want those things in, say, by the time your birthday or Christmas rolls around, then you'll know that it was actually worth that purchase for those people to get you. So rather than think, I need to buy that right now, if you put it on that list and in 3, 4, 5 months time it's still on that list, then you know it's a worthwhile purchase. Of course, there is then decluttering, and you can potentially sell some things that you wouldn't mind getting rid of, and that way you're not only minimising what you've got in your surroundings, but you can actually try and make some money back from it as well. And then my final tip for you on how to stop spending so much and to start saving would be to shop your stash, and whether that's your wardrobe or your makeup collection, I would highly recommend regularly shopping your stash and just going through everything you own and picking out things you haven't worn in a while or used in a while, and get creative with those products or items. And I'm sure that that will itch the scratch that you're feeling to want to spend money, because you'll realise all the amazing things you already own. So I really hope these tips helped you, and if they did, or if you have any tips, then please do share them in the comment section below and we will have a chat about them. And if not, then I will see you in my next video.